You know, every single time I look around the corner, there's always another fanboy trying to just say, oh, it's okay the corporations are screwing me over. Oh, it's okay if I get to spend more money on this product than I usually do and what they deserve to get spent on. Like, I don't understand fanboys at all. Now, if you don't know what's currently going on, there have been multiple reports that are coming out basically saying that Donkey Kong Bonanza is dropping frame rates at certain times within the game. Yeah, we're not talking about like, oh, maybe 5 frames or 10 frames. Like, I would have been perfectly fine with that. Like, I wouldn't even bother to make a video on that. But here's the thing, though. It's not dropping from, it's like it's going to start at 60. Then it's, I'm not going to complain that it's going to drop at 50, 40. It drops at 30.
I say that often because there are situations where it can drop pretty hard and stay there. Like this boss fight where the frame rate dips down to 30 FPS and sticks there for most of the fight. Something made worse by the somewhat choppy looking destruction effects occurring.
That's just one source. It's just one occurrence.
Are you sure?
And then in somehow, some way, you refuse to acknowledge that this is real. How about we have the director coming out and saying this? First, we've initially used effects like hit stop and slow motion to emphasize the impact, Takashi says, presumably in reference to how the game depicts Donkey Kong's ability to destroy the environments. On the other hand, by using Vox-style technology, there are moments where the scenery undergoes big changes and destructions. We're aware that in these moments the performance might be impacted a bit. Regardless, as you say, in general, the gameplay is fluid. Whenever the game produces changes at a great scale, we've prioritized fun and playability.
No.
Yeah, I just have one question for this developer right here. How is the game fluid when I lose 30 frames during the fucking gameplay? How is that possible? How do you process something like that saying the game is technically fluid when it's choppy and blocky? And let's not forget, it started to look really fucking bad too when the frame rate started to dip. How is that game fluid at all? How do those words come out of your guys' fucking mouths? Now, fun is a priority. It's number one in everything. Granted, I understand. But here's the thing though. When price tags start to get inflated like fucking crazy, there's a fucking problem and it needs to be brought up. You're paying $70 for a fucking product that needs to work correctly on launch. But Garrett, it's just a couple of frames. Maybe if it was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 20 frames, yeah, maybe you have an argument. But half of the fucking frames that was supposed to be guaranteed to you is fucking gone. And you know what makes this worse? That they're aware of it. Nintendo is literally aware of the problems with Donkey Kong Bonanza, but they refuse to fucking fix it before launch. That's the thing though. They've had plenty of time to fucking fix it, but they refuse to. Now, since you have the full understanding of what's going on with Donkey Kong Bonanza, now we can move on to the fanboy part, which, let me tell you something, they've got some interesting takes on this. Weirded Beardo says, it runs at 60 FPS. I don't think a slide will even be noticeable. I hate the gaming news cycle sometimes trying to come up with anything to talk about and making it seem like a big issue.
Oh, come on!
Did you just even bother to go look up gameplay of how truly bad it is? Did you just sit there and just say, quit criticizing Nintendo. I want Nintendo to be supreme. Quit saying all this falsehood and shit. Like, bro, it's not slightly. It's literally half of your fucking frames. Half. Literally half just gone like that. And spoiler alert, it is a big issue. You want to know why? Because you spent $500 on supposedly better hardware and $70 on a premium product that was going to be guaranteed to run 60 frames on the fucking console. But now the day before the fucking game releases, now they have the audacity to fucking tell you, well, wait a minute, it's not going to run completely at 60 frames per second at certain intervals during the fucking game. Like, that's not a fucking problem, but I guess having 25,000 less rats in one fucking platform is a problem. Right. VG Mobster hashtag Switch Mob says, PSA at Digital Foundry and all other game reviewers for Donkey Kong Bonanza. The game will have some frame drops when loads of destruction is happening on screen. We all know this already, and Nintendo acknowledged it.
And here we go.
So let me get this straight. Instead of ripping Nintendo's head off that could actually fix this problem, maybe delay it a month so they could actually fix the fucking problems, you're okay with them releasing a product out to you guys for $70 fucking dollars. Okay, $70 fucking dollars. And you're okay with that. Nintendo fanboys have no fucking standards. You little assholes have no right to criticize Xbox, PlayStation, or PC anymore. If you guys don't have fucking standards, then you guys are worth nothing. You are just worth a number to the corporations. You do fucking nothing for the consumer except for being a fucking guzzler for fucking Nintendo over here. Also, too, if the main component of Donkey Kong Bonanza is the destruction, how are you supposed to enjoy the product? Please explain that to me. How are you supposed to be able to enjoy the product when the main mechanic within the game isn't working? It's like saying a fucking Call of Duty game you play, you start using one of the basic mechanics like shooting a fucking gun, starts to lag your game. You're just supposed to sit there and say, oh, okay, I accept it. No, that's one of the main components in Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's the destruction. How are you guys not upset at the pure fact that one of your main mechanics causes frame rates to fucking drop? None of this makes fucking sense. Eddie Van Helling says, if we survive the frame rates on the original Switch games, I'm sure we can manage with this.
I can't physically throw up in my mouth.
You could survive. No. You don't get to use that excuse at all. I'm sorry. No. Just no. The whole reason and the existence of the Nintendo Switch 2 is so you guys don't have these problems like you had on the original Nintendo Switch. That's the whole fucking reason. But here we are again with the same problems over and over and over again. Do you guys not realize that you guys are the ones enabling Nintendo to do this to you guys? Do you realize that you guys are the not the ass, but the joke of the fucking community? And this is going for all fanboys. And I wish that was it, fam. I really wish that was it. I wish that was all the content I had for you. But no, I've got more. Petite says, it's so minor and people are still complaining about it. Gameplay is smooth at 60 frames per second. For like 98% of the time. Bunch of whiners.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
Okay, first off, in this situation, how do you know for a fact? Secondly, what's been reported is that the mechanic of destroying shit and being out in the open is what's causing the frame rates to dip. So I'd say it's more than 98% of the time because A, for most of the gameplay I've seen, you're in an open world area destroying shit. That's one of the main mechanics of Donkey Kong Bonanza, is destroying shit. That's the whole fucking gimmick of Donkey Kong Bonanza. So let me ask you this. If you're constantly destroying shit around you, what do you think's going to happen to your frame rates in the first place? They're going to dip. They're going to crash. That's the whole fucking problem. Forrest Brightside says, can't wait for people to say the game is unplayable and that the console is unusable. And also, Nintendo shot their dog or something.
What? What the fuck?
No one is saying that the console is going to be unusable. Nobody is saying that Nintendo took my dog in the backyard, cocked a fucking shotgun, and decided to old yeller my dog in front of everybody in the family. Nobody is saying that at all. What we're saying is that the decisions that were used on Donkey Kong Bonanza over here was literally fucking dumb. You're telling me using FSR when DLSS was right fucking there in the first place was a smart idea? Was a really smart idea to do in the first place? Spoiler alert, no it wasn't. That's why we're having so much trouble with the fucking, with the destructive shit that's happening. That's why we're having the frame rate issues. But yeah, we're just hating on Nintendo. They should just give them our $70 because they earned it. Like, no! Nintendo hasn't earned shit with their fucking 8 out of 10 fucking Donkey Kong game. Nintendo fan says, show me one game with destruction that doesn't. Laughing emoji, thumbs down.
You're gonna regret it.
Red Faction Guerrilla, Red Faction Armageddon, Teardown, Mercenaries 2, World in Flames, BattleBit Remastered, Total Destruction, Broforce, Severed Steel, Deep Rock Galactic, Red Faction Guerrilla Remastered, The Finals, and one of my current favorite games I like to play, Marvel Rivals. Oh, and how dare I forget about Minecraft, Terraria, and Bad Company 2. How dare I forget about those games? And well, if you don't believe me, go ahead and go look at my YouTube video. You'll see what happens exactly. Takaraka1 says, the Digital Foundry Nintendo smear campaign starts. What a nice little world to live in, to where you deny the truth that is clearly in front of you. Especially they have video evidence showing you when the frame rates exactly drop. Right in front of your face too. Like, this isn't just like a little thing that some dude on Twitter is just falsifying information, or some dude on Reddit saying, oh, look at the frame rate go, look at it's just falling, or it's not that. These are actual professionals, and I use that term loosely with freaking Digital Foundry, but you know, sometimes the evidence that they do show is compelling. It really is. And you just want to sit here and pretend that it's a smear campaign. It's absolutely amazing. Even though they said it was a good game, you want to sit here and it's a smear campaign. I hate fanboys. I really do. But you know what I don't hate? I don't hate you guys. So thank you very much for sticking this far in this video. I truly do appreciate it. And if you enjoy this type of content, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. Always a pleasure to talk to you guys. And hey, you know what? If you enjoy this type of content, from my rants, my reviews, to, well, my fanboy videos, subscribe to the channel, because you know what? I've got more content coming on the way for y'all, and don't think I forgot about the 10K video. Still working hard on that one. It's coming out pretty soon. But anyway, fam, thank you very much for sticking this long in this video. I truly do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, fam.